Hey, this is Joe and Tom from Drunk Under the Sun.
Another fucking fun, drunk episode coming to you, courtesy of Drunk Under the Sun. Anything in life's work could have been ahead of you. Tom and Joe from Drunk Under the Sun.
Join us every week on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify.
Yeah. Podcast that's about anything and everything under the sun.
Check it out.
Joe's drunk.
Yeah, we both are fucking drunk.
Stop it.
Hey, welcome back to Drunk Under the Sun with Tom and Joe. And this week, Tom, you know what I caught on Netflix?
Let me guess. Hold on. After Porn Ends 2. No?
That might have been what you caught on Netflix. But what I caught was The Last Dance. It's supposed to be really good. It took me back to the 90s watching Michael Jordan play basketball. And I was like, man, he's probably my favorite athlete, you know? So I was like, why don't we just sit back and talk about some of our favorite athletes, memories we had, or whatever. Just athletes, favorite, or even ones we don't like. So Michael Jordan would have to be my favorite.
He's one of my favorites.
He's like the greatest.
He's my favorite basketball player by far.
Oh, definitely.
By far. But I get exactly what you mean with the documentary when you were saying it took you back.
Yeah.
Because I haven't watched basketball really since Michael Jordan.
Neither
have I. And then when I watched it on that Last Dance, I was like, oh shit, he's sticking out his tongue and shit.
Yeah.
I was like,
I remember this. Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
That's what it did. It took me back to watching that. Like staying up late with my mom and dad watching Michael Jordan play.
Yeah, because my dad was a big basketball fan.
Yeah.
And I remember when they were showing the Magic Johnson and Jordan first showing up.
Yeah.
Like, in a lot of what they were showing, my dad was like would talk shit about Michael Jordan, right?
Oh, yeah?
Like, and like when they first played the Lakers in their first championship, the Bulls' first championship it is. Because James Worthy played on the Lakers team, who was a teammate of Michael Jordan. My dad always goes, Michael Jordan wasn't the star in North Carolina. You know that? Before he went to the Lakers in Chicago, fucking James Worthy was the star of North Carolina. That Michael Jordan ain't nothing. He's not going to win this. And then they lost because my dad's favorite basketball team was the Lakers. Yeah. I was like, in your face! He's like, I keep this up, you're going to make grounded. He almost he threatened to ground me because
over Michael Jordan
over the championship of the Bulls winning. The Bulls winning the championship, and I was talking shit. So I'm like, yeah, the Bulls win, yeah. And granted, I'm a kid because when the first championship was what, 93?
No, the first championship was 90.
90?
91.
Yeah, so I was 10, 11, somewhere in that vicinity, talking shit to my dad, going, yeah, the Lakers suck. My dad's like, I can ground you still. I'm like, shut the fuck up. So I'll ground you.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that was a good documentary series. And you're absolutely right. One of my favorite athletes is Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. He's one of the best. Like when I hear MJ,
I think he's the best of all time basketball.
Most of what I like about MJ is how he did it, how he played. Yeah. Because the way he would play was so dope. Because he would fucking just move around and fake you out, break your ankles, and then fucking just dunk over you or whatever. He was just a dope ass athlete. See, with me, there's not one athlete that rules them all. Right? You know what I mean? Like I don't have one athlete that is king athlete. In me, it's I break it all down in categories. Like I have a football favorite, I have a basketball favorite. I don't watch baseball. Yeah. I tried, and if I did, I guess I would like the Reds just because they're from Cincinnati. Yeah. You know, and shit like that. Like I don't really like Michael Jordan isn't like the king athlete in my opinion.
He's
like,
the king basketball. King athlete.
Basketball player because he's my favorite basketball player.
Exactly.
He is by far that.
But another category, say football.
You know what's crazy? Most of the ones I love ain't from my favorite team.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, like the only Bengals that I really like as my favorite players as it goes down. There's Icky Woods, and Anthony Munoz was fucking one of my favorites. Yeah. He was dope as fuck. But yeah, my favorites, because I used to love watching Barry Sanders play. Barry Sanders was the fucking shit, dude. Overall, he had fucking over 15,000 rushing yards in his career. 15,000!
Jesus Christ.
Dude was a fucking animal.
That is insane.
Dude, he was beastly. Another one I like in football a lot was Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders, yeah.
Deion was the shit, dude.
Yeah.
Deion was back and forth.
Yeah.
He played defense 1 minute, play offense the next. It was bad as fuck, dude.
I can agree with that. I wasn't really into him. For some reason, I always liked quarterbacks. And I was a huge fan of Joe Montana when he played. And I liked seeing... I hated
Joe Montana.
And I liked watching... I liked all the
so
quarterbacks.
Good. Like, the reason I hated Joe Montana is because he was so good.
Yeah.
And he stopped the Bengals twice.
I can get that, but... Yeah, I remember watching Joe Montana. I think he was awesome. Dan Marino. Yeah. But I do like...
Tom Brady, dude. I think he's one of the greatest of all time. Tom Brady.
I can appreciate that.
Dude, he's a beast.
I will not argue that.
And I didn't used to be like that. I used to be like, fuck Tom Brady.
I'm still there. I'm still there. But there's an exception, and that's this year. Because it's that whole dynasty I figured out that I don't like. It's the Patriots dynasty.
So when he leaves...
So when he leaves and goes to Tampa Bay, if he's up against... them
and he tears it up.
I'll be like, in your face, yeah, Tom Brady. Because they've abandoned him. You know,
you hate the Kings.
Yeah.
You hate the King. It's basically the kingdom. What you're saying is you hate a kingdom ruling, and that's what the Patriots have done.
Yeah.
For like last 20 years
in
football.
Like, I didn't like Tom Brady's face. So he comes across like a dick to me, and that's another reason why I rooted against him. But since the Patriots, let him go, kind of turn their back on him, whatever, I can root for him. I'm like, he's an underdog now, I feel like. I feel like he would be. And now he goes up against the Patriots, I hope he beats their ass. And I'll be like, yeah. But up until this point, I hated Tom Brady.
So in Joe's mind, real life is like a fucking movie. He's like, the dynasty turned their back on him. Tom Brady's doing it now! Fuck them!
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is
a great comeback
fucking
story.
Hilarious. You know what's going to happen? Tom Brady's going to fall flat on his face because Tampa Bay doesn't have a good offensive line.
But
they don't have an offensive line like fucking New England does. So what's going to happen? You're going to see Tom Brady doing a little bunch of this and running the fuck around. He's going to be like... or a bunch of this. Boom! And you see Tom Brady do this. Boom! And get dropped. So I think he needs to quit right now. Tom Brady just needs to say, I've made enough money. I've been in movies.
I've won, 7 Super Bowls?
Oh, dude, he's won a lot. Yeah, he's won like 7 Super Bowls. This is why, my biggest opinion, why Tom Brady will go down as the greatest of all time is because of this. If you look at Joe Montana, let's pull Joe Montana up. Even Steve Young. Let's pull them two great quarterbacks that played for San Francisco. Both Hall of Famers. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Both Super Bowl winners. Mm-hmm. Fucking badass. But the difference between both of them, they were a part of a duo.
Okay.
And Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice and Joe Montana. Jerry Rice and Joe Montana.
Yeah,
Jerry Rice and Joe Montana.
Well,
Tom Brady had fucking rotated his receivers. Yeah. He had different receivers damn near every year. Yeah, well, Gronk. Maybe Gronk was only tandem, but he was a tight end.
Yeah.
He's not really a receiver. I don't know. I've just seen him go through too many.
You feel like, but
the offense has gone through too many things. Yeah. He had Hernandez.
Yeah.
He had fucking Aaron Hernandez. He's like, I'm gonna give this ball to this fucking murderer. He throws the ball to a murderer. Yeah. Tom, do you know they threw that ball to him? I threw a little harder this time. He's a fucking murderer, for God's sakes.
But I gotta win.
I gotta win.
I got a reputation. I don't like Tom Brady. I hate him. But I like Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers, but I can't ever say that they're the best.
No, Rodgers will go down as a Hall of Famer, for sure. He
will. Oh, yeah.
He's good. He's great. He's fun to watch. I'm secretly a Green Bay fan, kind of. And it's only because of 2 quarterbacks there. Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly.
And Aaron Rodgers was underneath Favre.
Yeah.
He was coming up underneath Favre.
Yeah.
And when he took over, he plays like Favre.
Yeah.
He plays like Favre. Because, like, Brett Favre, man, I seen dudes, like, 3 dudes hanging off of him. And he throws a 150 fucking yard pass.
Exactly.
He throws, like, a fucking 100-yard pass. You're like, what the fuck was that? He was supposed to be sacked 100 yards ago. Exactly. He was amazing. And Aaron Rodgers was like that, too.
Same thing, yeah.
Same shit. So, what about fighting?
Fighting.
Because, honestly, Mike Tyson would beat the fuck out of Michael Jordan. He would beat the fuck out of Michael Jordan. So in my opinion, on my list, the top dog on my list is Mike Tyson. So Mike Tyson just walks in and goes, okay, guys, shut the fuck up. Bam! It's like, Jesus! Like Michael Jordan's like, I would jump over me, go ahead. When you land, I'm gonna punch you.
Yeah.
It's over. You know?
But yeah, I would agree. Fighting-wise, I would probably pick Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, see, Muhammad's good, but he's still not one of my favorites in boxing. Yeah. Ain't that fucked up? Yeah. Like, in boxing and fighting, see, I consider fighting, like, and boxing the same.
Combat sport type
combat
deal?
Sport deal.
Yeah.
So MMA and boxing, I think, go hand in hand.
You lump them together?
I lump them together. Mm-hmm. So, like, with that, you know, I got a lot of MMA guys I like, and in boxing, there's a few I like, not just Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is probably my favorite boxer by far. He is my Michael Jordan in boxing. Oh, yeah. In fact, I think he is the Michael Jordan in boxing.
Oh, yeah.
But the only one that's coming up now to challenge that is Mayweather. Yeah. Right? And Mayweather's, I mean, he's proven it. He's fucking undefeated. Oh, he's a badass, bro. But there's nobody like Tyson who just captivates you.
Yeah, I know.
And he knocks you the fuck out. And that's what people like.
What do you think about this new fight he's doing?
I think it's absurd.
You think it's absurd?
Absurd.
He looks terrifying. He's fucking amazing.
Dude, and he's fucking got like almost 20 years on me. I would not fight him one bit. I would say, you can do whatever you want, dude. He's like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever.
I mean, because he's jacked now. He looks like he did back then.
He looks like he did back in the 80s.
It looks
scary. Like he did in the 80s.
It's scary.
It's very scary.
I think he's gonna destroy that guy.
Well, the thing is, he's fighting Roy Jones Jr., right?
Yep.
Roy Jones Jr. is another legend in boxing, bro. Yeah, I just think it's absurd. The reason I think it's absurd is because how old they are. Because, speaking as someone, okay, granted, I was never a professional fighter, but I still stepped in a cage and got my head knocked around, right?
Yeah.
And I would not do that at my age right now. And I'm not even 40. I'm just saying. I wouldn't. Now, maybe if it's someone my own age, okay, maybe then.
Yeah.
You know, the only time I fight nowadays would be for survival.
Yeah.
For survival.
Yeah.
You know, like someone attacks me in the street, I'm gonna whoop your ass, right? Yeah. But it's
not fight.
I'm not fighting like Mike Tyson, stepping in a fucking ring at 50-some years old. And you go, I'm about to knock someone out. Someone's getting knocked out.
I want to see it, but I don't know.
I want to see it still. Yeah. That's the problem. That's the problem. I want to see it.
Look away.
I can't. It's a train wreck. Like, I can't watch away. And then with MMAs, there's a lot like GSP, you know, Anderson Silva. GSP,
explain, because I don't watch
George St. Pierre.
Oh, all right.
In my opinion, he's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. In my opinion, he's one of them. And there's a lot of them I put on there, but he's just one of them dudes. Like, I've seen it. He got knocked out by Matt Serra, and then he came back and beat his ass. Took his title back, and then fucking same thing with Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes like choked him out or something. He came back and beat Matt Hughes' ass. Like, he's just one of them dudes. He's just bad as ass.
Yeah.
Same with Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva's another one.
I've heard of that one.
He just knocks you the fuck out or taps you the fuck out.
Yeah.
And he's badass.
Yeah.
So like MMA and that shit is just awesome. But like fighting in general, I'm putting Mike Tyson and Bruce Lee right there. Like, that's my dream matchup. Well, like if Bruce Lee was alive, he'd be like 60. He'd be like, come on, Mike Tyson. Like, that would be insane.
He was in my head when I was thinking of Tyson, but
the thing is, I've never seen him
actually fight.
That's the thing. Like, Bruce Lee has never formally competed. He always claimed that he fought in the streets, and there's stories of eyewitnesses on like movie sets where Bruce Lee did fight people off the streets. Like they challenged Bruce Lee on these movie sets, and he whooped their ass. That's what they said happened. So it's like, shit, this dude really did. Because in Hong Kong, there was a lot of street fights in Hong Kong on building tops. Like, kids would go up there and fight.
Oh, wow.
So he was a fucking student of Wing Chun, a form of Wing Chun, and of Chinese Kung Fu. So he would go up there and he would test his skills as a kid. He would fight on these rooftops as a kid in Hong Kong.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what Bruce Lee would do. So that's the only, like, real combat. You know, it was real life combat. Yeah. It's not like you had cameras pointed on him. Yeah. He trained for that. He trained for life, is what he was training for. He was a martial artist who trained for life, right? Yeah. So that's why people criticize him. Because they go, well, he never really trained in the, fucking... But he did, but you never saw it. Yeah. And then the only reason I believe him, shit like that, is because there's so many eyewitnesses. Yeah. And there's a couple, like, I think Steve McQueen said some shit one time. He seen Bruce Lee fight someone. Like, so that's why I believe, like, Bruce Lee is real.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because the eyewitness accounts.
Yeah, eyewitness accounts.
all sorts of say that.
You got to remember, this is all before the internet. This was in the 50s and 60s.
There's not cameras everywhere.
There's not cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
In fact, most people, when they said most people didn't even like Chinese people back then.
Exactly.
So they were like, fuck, why would I tell a true story about that? I'm not telling that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But these dudes, but Bruce Lee was something else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's dope.
So you don't watch any baseball? You don't have any baseball?
No, I don't like baseball. I don't like Pete Rose, I would say, only because I know the name.
Know the name.
And I saw
he's from Cincinnati, even.
He's from Cincinnati. Yeah. And I saw him get tombstone by Kane at WrestleManias.
That's awesome.
He got
Pete Rose would be a good choice.
I guess.
But, in a modern day, I don't really care for baseball in general, but I liked Brandon Phillips. He played with Cincinnati Reds.
I have no idea who that is.
He's a second baseman. He's amazing. He does a lot of great shit. But he's the only baseball player I was ever really a fan of. Is Brandon Phillips. I don't know. I don't think he still plays, but he played mean second base. I'll tell you that.
A mean second base. So he must have been sitting there going, second base
every day.
Every day. Only on whatever day they play baseball.
Every day, because
see, what's crazy about baseball?
Million games.
Exactly, play a million games. And what kills me about baseball, it's not like football goes, hey, it's Sunday, we're watching football. Saturday, we're watching football, right? There is none of that with baseball. Like, hey, when did baseball come on? Oh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What about Sunday? I think there's a game on Sunday.
Yeah, about noon.
It's like, fuck this game.
I would not, but they stand around a lot.
Stand around a lot.
Well, they do.
They stand around and go, when's that ball coming to me?
Well, he hit it. Better start running in the general
He's like,
direction.
he starts running. He's like, oh, wait a minute. No, that guy's running. I'll let him get it.
Well,
I'm going to stay here and just wait.
That's proper etiquette, though. You don't
I just don't feel like, I don't feel like that's what they do. I don't feel like that's right. For once on this show, I'm the level-headed guy. Jeez.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm not really level-headed, but yeah.
Time for another finger to drop it. So this one is a key lime ginger sour. Tom won't like it. It's going to taste like vomit. I think that's the brewing company, Untitled Art. Artwork, Raven Smith. Rayan. She did this artwork.
Rayan?
Or he. I don't know. Belgium style. Oh, ale with key lime juice and ginger.
Hope it tastes like key lime pie.
Yep. This is at Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah? She says, huh?
16 ounces, 4.5 alcohol volume. This is what it looks like, folks. I'll bring up a picture. Let's get this.
Get this party started, yeah. Get
Whoa.
it started.
I don't know what I feel about that. Key lime ginger. Let me. All right.
Key lime.
Ginger. I mean, I might be able to do that.
Ginger. Ginger, key lime, ginger.
You know what? I oddly probably could drink it.
You think you could?
You would probably hate that.
I'm gonna. You.
But I think I could drink that. I like it. I kind of like it. It's different. It's super different. The dude I got that from said that he really liked it too. So, good job, guy.
Whatever his fucking name was.
I don't know. He works at Barley Hopsters. He said it was good.
You know what? Oh, fuck. I was gonna wash my mouth out before I took it, but like, I need to fucking clean my palate. And I took a sip, a tiny sip, because I stopped in mid-motion remembering I need to clean my palate, and it fucking soured the fuck out of my face. I feel a tingling in the back of my neck. It's weird. I only get it when, I don't know.
When he's about to die of alcohol poisoning.
So I clean my palate with this water. The water is my miracle cure, so I don't have a headache, hangover.
It's not exactly.
There we go. So this is the real taste. That last one was like, Jesus. It's going to taste like that now. Yeah, same shitty taste. Ooh, it's sour as fuck, dude.
I kind of like it. I actually like that.
Like, honestly, it doesn't, it's got a sweet sour. When I say sour.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't taste, I see how you could like it and how someone could like it.
Yeah.
I could drink one can and hopefully get through it. I don't know if I can get through the whole thing.
Oh, man. I really like it. I'm probably going to finish this.
Fuck.
I don't know why. It's weird.
It's more sour than a Warhead.
It's different. It's a real different taste.
Oh, fuck my life. That was too sour.
Anyways, I think Tom wouldn't drink it.
No, I wouldn't, but I can see how other people would.
I would. I would drink it. But Tom wouldn't, so I guess that's where we're landing on this one.
Like to me, it tastes like a fucking, like that candy, Warhead candies, that just pucker your fucking face up. That's what that does to me.
It's pretty sour, but I like it. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed our talk about athletes. I did. You know that cliche, hope you like tacos.
Hope you like tacos. What?
I don't fucking know. But
I don't know the cliche he's talking about.
Yeah.
Hope you like tacos. That's gonna be
but anyway,
Joe's tagline. Like, thank you for tuning in to Drunk of the Sun. Hope you like tacos. Why are they talking about tacos?
Anyways, thanks for joining us. See you next week.
Peace. Tacos. Thanks for tuning in to Drunk of the Sun. This is Joe and Tom.
Thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody. Like and subscribe.
And thank you all for subscribing and liking from Drunk on the Sun, the podcast about everything and anything under the sun.
So check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram. We're posting new shit every week.
See ya.